This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
Welcome to the show. I'm Ashmit Kumar and I'll take you through the day's highlights. But first, let's have a look at the top stories of the day. The Chief Justice of the Madras High Court allows a case to be argued in Tamil today, but the lawyers are far from happy. They want a written assurance. A police case is filed a day after Shashi Kumar committed suicide, but the students want nothing less than an arrest. After Tamil in the High Court, Amma now targets the DMK over Kaveri water issue. If lawyers want to argue in Tamil, why should engineers be deprived of studying in the language? New engineering courses now in Tamil. It's 30 minutes or not at all. Madras University promises fast admissions for correspondence courses. Ndtv-Hindu tells you all about what you should do to put your right on track. BCCI rejects suspended IPL Commissioner Lalit Modi's explanations. It's an NDTV exclusive. And Sri Lanka thrashed India by 7 wickets. The Lankans now have a psychological advantage going into the finals. The lawyers may not have won the argument fully, but at least there seems to be a promising start for them. The Chief Justice of the High Court today allowed a lawyer to argue a case in Tamil, but there is no official announcement yet on whether Tamil can be used inside the courts from now on. And that is the point of controversy for the lawyers who say that a written assurance and nothing short of that will do before calling off the protests. The protests, which began from Madurai bench initially, have been raging on for the past 2 weeks. In fact, some were on a fast unto death. Arrests were made subsequently, and now the lawyers also want their arrested counterparts to be released without any further delay. The 20 advocates imprisoned for holding protests continue their fast unto death. In fact, the condition of one of the protesting advocates, Bhagat Singh, is said to be critical. He has been shifted to the government Rajaji hospital.
I filed one writ petition, that is public interest litigation, last year. It comes today in the first bench. When it come before the first bench, I request the Chief Justice to argue in Tamil, because my mother tongue is Tamil, which is better than the English. So I argued to the Chief Justice. I request the petition to take urgent matter. He accepted my argument.
Peer Mohammed, our senior correspondent, was there at the High Court who gave us these details.
Chief Justice promised the advocates that he would not oppose arguments in Tamil by the advocates, and he lived up to his promise. And today one advocate, Ramesh Manikandan, argued his case in Tamil. That was a case about disqualification of Open University graduates. The Ramesh Manikandan argued in Tamil for over 5 minutes, but Chief Justice, because he originally hails from Jharkhand, he took the help of his colleague in the bench, first bench, who is Justice Murugesan, and he got the translation and then posted the case next week. It is given as a circular or as a notification, it won't be official. Yeah. And it also needs President's approval to be enacted as a law.
It's a campus meant to promote art, but the Government Fine Arts College in Chennai has been in the news for nothing related to art. A day after a student committed suicide in the Government College of Fine Arts, a police case has been registered. But the case seems complicated. The students of the college say Shashi Kumar was forced to commit suicide because he wasn't treated well by the college. The authorities in the college have long been facing allegations of partial treatment. But what is the real story inside the campus? Nithila reports.
The World Classical Tamil Conference opens in Coimbatore tomorrow. But not being able to be there reportedly drove art student Shashi Kumar to commit suicide. Fellow students protesting his death say his dream of presenting his terracotta works at the conference was deliberately stopped by the college authorities to punish him.
செம்மொழி மாநாட்டுக்காக அவர் தயாரித்த குரல் ஓவியங்கள் எல்லாமே அழிஞ்சு போச்சு. செம்மொழி மாநாடு நாளையிலேருந்து தொடங்குறாங்க, அதில் காட்சிப்படுத்த முடியல. இந்த உளைச்சல் இப்படி தொடர்ச்சியாக அவர் மனோகருடைய இந்த நடவடிக்கை இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, அது ஏற்கனவே ஒரு டார்ச்சர், ஒரு மனுஷனை மென்டல் டார்ச்சர் கொடுத்து பாதிக்கப்பட்டு தான் இப்போ சூசைட் அட்டம்ப்ட்ன்ற மாதிரி போய் சூசைட் ஆகிருக்குது.
சாவு குறித்து எங்கள் முதல்வர் மேலே சம்மந்தப்பட்ட முதல்வர் மேலே நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும், மனோகரன் மேலே நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும். குறிப்பாக இந்த சாவு குறித்து எந்த ஒரு ஆசிரியர்களும் எங்களை இன்னும் பார்க்கல. மாணவர்கள் மட்டும்தான் ரோட்டில் அனாதையாக நிற்கிறோம். உங்கள் பெற்றோர்களுக்கு நாங்கள் என்ன பதில் சொல்கிறதுனே தெரியல.
The students say the college did not allow Shashikumar to participate in the World Tamil Conference after he led a protest against the college management.
உங்களோட கோரிக்கை மனோகரனை கைது செய்யணும். எங்க கல்லூரி புதிய பாடத்திட்டங்கள் வரணும், எல்லா கல்லூரி வேணாம ஒழுங்கா இருக்கணும், டீச்சர்ஸ் வேணும், எங்களோட குறைகளை போக்கணும், தேவையான மெட்டீரியல் வேணும். இதெல்லாம் கேட்டா நாங்களாம் குற்றவாளி.
The students have now registered a police complaint at the Periyampet police station. After the post-mortem examination, the police are now treating the case as suicide. The college authorities have not reacted. The remains of the student have been taken to Madurai for the last rites. In Chennai, with Nithala, Pratiksha Ramkumar for Ndtv-Hindu.
Even as the Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi is camping to Coimbatore hoping to celebrate the language Tamil, the AIADMK Chief Jayalalitha has shot an arrow at the DMK Chief on the Kaveri issue. Amma has expressed concern about the crisis faced by Kaveri Delta farmers due to the dip in Kuruvai crop cultivation. Jayalalitha says that the DMK regime's failure to get Kaveri water from Karnataka government and the long hours of power cuts has led to a drastic drop in the crop yield. According to some research done by her, the crop was cultivated in only 53,000 hectares this year as compared to over 3 lakh hectares last year. Moving on, we have some disturbing developments. A lady was murdered in Madavaram. Initial reports suggest that it was a murder for gain. For more on this, we're joined by a crime reporter, Salim, on the phone line. Salim, what can you tell us? What are the main details that are emerging right now?
The deceased is identified as 45-year-old Shanti, wife of a railway employee residing in Madavaram. She was found lying in a pool of blood with her throat slit. A tali chain is missing from the scene of crime. Police say apart from that, things at the scene of crime remained untouched. The body has been moved to a nearby government hospital for post-mortem. Sniffer dogs were pressed into service. Forensic experts lifted fingerprints from the spot. A probe is on.
Salim, what particular factors have forced the people to come to a conclusion that it was a murder for gain?
Sources from the police say that a tali chain was missing from the scene of crime, which made them to suspect that there may be this may be a case of murder for gain. But apart from that, the other things were intact, and hence the police say that only after investigating many people, they'll be able to come to a conclusion who exactly has committed the murder.
Right, Salim. Thank you for those inputs. We'll keep tracking the murder as and when the developments surface. Moving on, Tamil on signboards, Tamil in the high courts, and something very important now goes Tamil too. Find out what in 2 minutes.